no wonder why the world is so messed up. We have so many people with depressed, drug addicts. There's so many problems in the world now. It's like, we're blaming like, Democrats, we're blaming the Republicans, we're blaming, this is this person, is this person. No. The real enemy here is, it's the money that's messed up. Like, we need to fix the money. You fix the money. I personally think that if we fix the money, I think over 75% of the world's problem are gonna go away. Like, we can fix so many things if we fix the money, honestly. Like, that's my personal view on this, right? Because it's like we will be able to take off so many stresses off of people. I think we will just be able to make the world a better place overall. Just fix the money. Start by fixing the money. I don't care about all these little we have so many distractions, blaming other people. No. There's only one thing that we need to blame, and it's the money printer. We need to get rid of the money printer. We don't need the money printer. We've tried this thing for so it's like the definition of insanity, doing the same crap over and over and over again, expecting a different result. And now they're gonna try to introduce CBDCs, which is basically the same crap over and over and again. It's like, dude, like, I'm good, man. Keep your CBDCs, bro. I don't need that crap. Like, I'm good. Like, we've seen it happen. We've seen what happens when we leave money in control of somebody. I don't want that crap. Like, it's time to try something different. And I think right now it's time to try Bitcoin, right? Like, we have no choice. Like, I don't want somebody to control my money. I'm good. Nice.
Hello, here we are again after a long time having a live stream in English. And here I am with my friend Ralph. Ralph is also known as Nurse Hodl. He, as a dedicated nurse, he witnesses firsthand how systemic failures like skyrocketing healthcare costs and the eradication of savings through inflation crush families and futures. But through his journey into Bitcoin, he's uncovered a path to true independence, not chasing more money, but living life on your terms. His bio says it all. The goal isn't more money. The goal is to live life on your own terms. He is the host of Bitcoin ICU podcast, where he drops raw episodes on YouTube, unpacking fiat failures and orange peeling strategies. Today, we will explore his evolution from caregiver to Bitcoin evangelist and discuss why the orange peel is the only prescription to end humanity problems. Ralph, welcome.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I love that. We all need a little bit of orange pill so we don't die from fiat disease, like I say on my podcast. So, yep, agreed, man. I love it. I love it.
That's the point. And finally, I'm so happy to be here after postponing, because we were scheduled for the first week of November. I traveled to Argentina to La BitConf, and the connection there was not good. So I prefer to come back in Hong Kong and have a proper stream with you. As I said before, congratulations for having become a father, and congratulations for IT to qualify to the World Cup.
Yeah, I know. I love like, thank you. I know both things are, exciting times, man. I think 2025 is, full of good news for me, at least, so I love that, man.
Yes. The only news that we need is at least finish the year with Bitcoin over 100K.
I know, right? That would be the perfect, yeah. But
you know what? I was talking with my friend today, and I don't care if Bitcoin finish the year below 90, because you know what? If this happens, the 4-year cycle theory is going to be broken.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are so like caught up in the 4-year cycle. It's like it almost feels like a chain. Like, I feel like we need to just detach from that, just to like, let's just because to me the price of Bitcoin just I don't care anymore. Like, I worry more about the amount of sats that I have. I don't care about like the price of. I mean, if it drops, hey, even better for me. I get to buy Bitcoin for cheap. I get to buy more sats. Like, I don't care, because I'm thinking 10, 20 years ahead. I'm thinking for the amount of sats that I can accumulate, so that when my son is 20, 30 years old, he can have a better future, right? I'm not thinking about like tomorrow. I'm not thinking about Bitcoin in 1 year. Like, to me, this little drop to $80,000, this is a gift. Like, I'm thinking, like, what can I sell around this house so I can buy some more, like, so I love it, man. I love it. So,
Yes, that's something that happens. So yeah, I think that what we do with our podcast, with our educational projects, is to make the people, first of all, to tell the people you need to come to Bitcoin.
mhm.
Second is to tell the people the price doesn't care. You need to think in 5 years, 10
Yep.
years, 20 years ahead, so
Yep.
the price don't care.
Yeah.
Because in 20 years, if you bought 100K, 80K,
Yeah.
125, it
Yep.
doesn't matter
Yeah.
because
Yep.
price is going to be much, much higher. But the first question that I do to everyone is, Ralph, how were you orange pilled?
Yeah. So, okay, let's see. Start with I guess a little story, I guess. So, I guess I basically orange pilled myself because I was looking for a solution to a problem that I had no idea existed, basically. Um, so I basically started buying Bitcoin back in 2019. And back then I did not, I wasn't, I was just buying Bitcoin because, you know, I was just diversifying into my portfolio. And that's what all the finance gurus were saying, online. And I was like, okay, I'll have some of that. And, I had a lot of the S&P 500, a couple of tech stocks, Bitcoin, some shit coins as well. And it wasn't until 2023 that I started diving more into it. And the reason why I started diving more into it is because I remember experiencing the 2021 and 2022 bull and bear market. And I made some money. I was trading back then. And I remember thinking, oh wow, okay, this is nice. I took some profit and I was like, oh wow, if I can experience this one more time, maybe I can pay off my student loan. So, because back then, like, I wasn't, I wasn't like my student loans were like so much, like the monthly payment were as much as my rent, and I just felt so uncomfortable with that. So I just wanted to pay off my debt. It would be nice to have an extra 900 or an extra $1,000 in my pocket so I can invest instead of giving it back to freaking loan company. So I just wanted to pay off my student loan. So I was thinking about, okay, let me learn about the 4-year cycle because I saw it happen before in was it 2017? I saw it happen again. So I was like, okay, let me learn about why it happened, and if I can position myself for the next one, maybe I can pay off my student loan debt, and that's it, right? And then I started learning about um inflation and started learning about. I just remember when I started learning about inflation, I just remember seeing in 2021 or during COVID how inflation, or not inflation, CPI or CPI, however you want to call it, went as high as 8 or 9%. And I was just thinking to myself, like, wait, how come I only got a 2% raise? Like, this doesn't add up. Like, and also if CPI went as high as 9%, should I be concerned that my entire wealth is in the S&P 500 and the S&P 500 is only giving me 10% a year? Like, so I just kind of like was thinking, okay, I need to make more than 10% a year, and also I need to find a good edge against inflation because the 9% kind of like triggered a little red flag to me. But I didn't know why it happened. I had no idea about anything. So I started looking more into inflation, I started looking more into gold because I heard that it was a good edge against inflation. And then as I was researching gold, I came across a bunch of videos talking about how Bitcoin is basically digital gold. And I came across another video that talked about how if in 2024, the inflation rate of Bitcoin is going to be less than the inflation rate of gold after the halving event, and I was just like, wait, what do you mean it's going to be more rare than gold? What is the halving event? What is all this? So like it's just I just had more question, and then I started diving more into Bitcoin, and I came across another video that talked about how if I wanted to learn more about Bitcoin, I should read the book, The Bitcoin Standard, and then so I just decided, hey, you know what? Let me just read that book. Let me just see what it's about. And I think that's when that's when I actually jumped into the rabbit hole. Like after I read the Bitcoin Standard, I think that's when things like it. I don't know. There's something about that book that just, man, like I felt like I was reading a fiction book. I felt I felt like, I don't know, man. I felt dumb. I was like, yo, whoa, hold on. Wait, I did not know any of this. I did not know anything about money. I thought the money was just US dollars, right? I just thought, I was like, wait, so you're telling me that we used to use rocks as money? We used to use seashells, cocoa beans, I mean, cigarettes, salt. I mean, you name it. Like, I did not know anything about the history of money. And then you start asking more questions like, okay, so why did all these different forms of money, why did they fail? And you realize that, oh, okay, they did not have the proper characteristics of money. And then you start asking yourself more questions. Wait, so does the US dollar have the proper characteristics of money? And then you realize that, no, it does not. And then you're like, oh, wait, so can the US dollar fail? And then, and then you realize that, well, since 1913, the US dollar has already lost over 95% of its value. And you're like, whoa, hold on. Whoa. Wait. So has this happened before in the past? Like, and then you realize that, well, we've had over 700 different fiat currencies in the past and they've all failed. And this is just another one, and it's like you start seeing a bunch of just red flag after red flag after red flags. And then you start reading about history and you start reading about the Roman Empire and all this. And then the more you learn about it, the more you realize that, holy crap, like there is only one way that this ends. Like there's no value in fiat currency at all. Like I don't know. The more I learn about it, the more I realize that I was just saving in a bunch of BS. Like my retirement, all of that was BS. And then I was like, okay, I need to learn more about this Bitcoin thing. What about this Bitcoin thing? Is this actually real? Like, can this be what it actually is? And then I started learning more about Bitcoin. And then the more you learn about Bitcoin, the more books I read, I realized that, oh, wow, there is like the chances of this thing to go to zero, the chances of this to fail is basically like, to me, it's like less than 1%. I right now I don't see Bitcoin failing at all. Like I'm just like, okay, like if there's a 99.99999% chance that the dollar is gonna go to zero, and there's less than a 1% chance that Bitcoin is gonna go to zero, where do I want to position myself, right? Like what choice do I have? I just remember like just thinking, I think the price of Bitcoin was probably around like $40,000 ish, and I was just looking at it and I was like, huh, if I am right about this thing, the price of Bitcoin is going to go a lot higher. And if I'm wrong about this thing, the whole world is screwed anyways. Because that's it. What do I have to lose, right? Like, so I just started going all in. Like Bitcoin started going from like 5% of my portfolio to 10% to 50%, 70%. Then eventually I don't want to say I'm all into Bitcoin because I do own some MicroStrategy shares. But like my retirement is basically Bitcoin and Bitcoin and MSTR. I'm all in on both of these things. So I guess that's a short, long version of how I got into Bitcoin. So yeah.
It's a super interesting story because
Mhm.
first of all, you mentioned the CPI and inflation. You understood what is the real inflation, that the CPI that the government says is not the real inflation. The real
Yeah.
inflation is the money debasement plus the CPI. So
Yeah.
if the government says now it's 3%, they have a money debasement of 8%, 9%, the real inflation is around 12, 11%
Yeah.
a year. So it means that your money loses 11% per year as value. Second, you said the dollar has a chance to go to zero. No, the dollar already went to zero because
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw these images of the price of the dollar, the purchasing power of the dollar, because of course the
Yes.
dollar is not zero because the government's still printing, but the
Exactly.
purchase power of dollar lost around 90% compared with 1 century before. And of course, the Bitcoin standard is something that I think is one of the best books about economics
Yep.
that has ever been written. And it's so easy to understand that
Yeah.
even you,
Yeah.
that you are a nurse,
Yep.
and a lot of people in the Bitcoin community that they are not economists,
Yep.
that they understood it. It's
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
easy. And I feel the same because, and the funny thing is that not many economists understand about that.
Yeah.
The economists that we understand Bitcoin and we read Bitcoin and we learn Bitcoin, we are the black sheep
Yeah.
of the economic world.
Yeah.
And yes, the Bitcoin standard is one of the must read books for everyone. And
I agree.
what other books did you read? And what are the best books that you recommend?
Yeah, I mean, geez, I feel like I've read too many. I mean, the Bitcoin Series, the Price of Tomorrow, the God for Bitcoin, the bullish case for Bitcoin. Honestly, I read almost every single. I just wanted to be sure before I went all in. I just wanted to read everything out there to make sure that, okay, what am I missing? What is, because like when you first start, it almost feels like after like when you first start going into Bitcoin, it almost feels like it's too good to be true. So you want to like you're like, okay, so what's wrong with this thing? Like there's nothing can be this perfect, really. So you're like, okay, like what's the downside of this? Is it just volatility? Like what is it about Bitcoin that, like, I just wanted to be sure because I did not, because I don't I didn't see like there was anything else that I could like potentially save my money into. So I just started reading every single one of them. And as far as like the best books, I mean, it's a hard one. I think personally, like you said, I think I would recommend the Bitcoin Standard to everybody. Like if you don't want to read the physical book, just download Audible and listen to the audiobook. Because I think that one, like you said, it is a must read because it has everything in it. I mean, I mean, the big print is nice. I mean, there are other, there is the hidden cost of money. There's so many other ones that I've read that are also pretty good. But I think everybody has to read the Bitcoin Standard at some point because it just explains everything in a perfect way. And then, I know some people don't like to read, and I get it, but like, you know, if you don't want to be poor, I mean, that's the least. At ease, I mean, English is my third language, man. Like, I mean, I did it. If my dumb ass can do it, you just read the damn book. Like, I don't want to hear the excuses. Oh, I don't like to read, man. Dude, that's the cost you have to pay to build generational wealth, right? So, just read the damn book. I don't really want to hear the excuse of, oh, but books are not for everybody. Man, listen, I was working 50 hours a week. I was I was not like I was busy, and I still took the time to read that book. So if I can do it, man, I think other people can do it too, so
that's why we say everyone get Bitcoin at the price they deserve.
yeah.
So probably in 20 years, when your coworkers or other people, friends and family, call you lucky, you will say,
Yeah.
no lucky,
Yeah.
no lucky. When I was working 50
Yeah.
hours a week, I was finding the time to read. And I agree with you. We must protect ourselves, our money, and the only way is studying, and not studying on the university. And now we live in this world with the technology that, of course, you don't want to read the Bitcoin Standard. For me, it's a must. But there are a lot of podcasts. You have the podcast of Saving, talking about this. But the good thing of the Bitcoin Standard is that explains perfectly and in a simple way, with a simple language, all the story of money, and explain the basic problem that no too much people knows, that is that money is broken.
Right.
Because if you read the book of Lynn Alden, The Broken Money, is an amazing book.
Yep.
It's super hard explained at the beginning,
Mhm.
but the Bitcoin Standard is super easy, and Saving explains perfectly how the money evolved and how all the empires and all the fiat currencies fell because of the same thing, overprinting.
Yeah.
And also, I agree with you that at the beginning, Bitcoin seems too good to be true.
Yeah.
And so you said, okay, this is a Ponzi. Cannot be just. It's not that I put the money, and in 20 years it's
Right.
gonna multiply.
Right. Yeah, it makes no sense.
But
I don't think we understand the power of compound, like the exponential growth either. Like I don't think that's something that a lot of people understand either. Like I think the book The Price of Tomorrow by Jeff Booth, I think that one also like it wasn't even to me that one didn't really feel like a Bitcoin book, but it really like it just understanding like, oh wow, okay, like the natural state of the free market is deflation, and understanding like I especially love how he was talking about do you remember when he was mentioning how if you have like a piece of paper and you fold it, like if you fold it once or twice, the piece of paper is still basically the same length, right? But if you fold that same piece of paper 50 times, it could reach the sun. People would be like, wait, what? Like, what do you mean? Or the other example that I like is if you give people two options, right? If you say, hey, do you want $1 million right now, or do you want a penny every single day for 30 days that doubles every single day for 30 days? Which one would you choose? Most people would choose the $1 million right now. But if they chose the penny that doubles every single day for 30 days, that penny would be worth over $5 million. So like it's like just most people cannot comprehend these things until they educate themselves. And I think that's why these books are they're important.
yes,
It's like not understanding these things are. Yeah, I think
yes,
it's critical.
the compound effect is like the inventor of the chess. There is the legend that
Mm-hmm.
he asked, put 1 grain of, at that time was rice,
Yeah.
the most valuable thing, 1 grain of rice, in
Yeah.
the next square 2, in the next 4, and so on. And the
Yeah.
emperor say, okay, I will give you. And
Yeah.
when the emperor realized the amount of rice that need
Yeah.
to give him was
Yeah.
probably all the consumption of the kingdom in 1 year,
Yeah.
something crazy. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's important, and for that we need to read, for that we need to listen to podcasts. And I want
Mm-hmm.
to ask you, how when how and when did you start it, and why did you started your podcast,
Ooh.
Bitcoin ICU?
Yeah. I think so why I feel like I wanted to I always wanted to orange pill other people, but I feel like sometimes the way that I explain Bitcoin is not always the best. So I figured, hey, if I can bring somebody else on that can explain it in a better way that I can, maybe that I could reach more people. Maybe I can orange pill more people. And I think it worked because like a lot of my guests, like a lot of people kind of understand. They understand the way that they're coming from, whether it's age, whether it's whatever their background is. Maybe they can resonate more with some of my audience, and I really like that. I really like doing a podcast because of that reason, and also the other reason that I decided to do the podcast is it's like in also a selfish way is it's also because it's like almost like therapy. Like, cause nobody around me understands Bitcoin, right? Cause it's also nice to be able to talk to somebody and just having just to like when us Bitcoiners, a lot of people are gonna think we're crazy because we're like, yo, the dollar is fake, it's a scam, this is a scam, this is a scam. We just we we see the world like it's a Matrix movie. We took off our glasses and we see the world for what it is. And most people around us are just walking around. They still think, they live in La La Land. They don't understand that they are working for a piece of paper that somebody else can just print, and that no fiat currencies have no values. They don't see any of this. And it's kind of nice to be able to talk to other people and be like, thank God I'm not the only one who thinks that this world is insane. Like, it's just I guess it's a nice way to it's nice to have the podcast for that reason as well. So yeah, I mean, mostly for these two reasons, really. And honestly, it's been nice. It's nice to talk to other people across the world, and it's also nice to see that it doesn't matter where the person is from. It's every Bitcoiner almost has the same values. They understand the same thing. Yes, the money is broken. We need to fix it, and we need to make the world a better place, right? Like it's like we have the same mission, right? Yeah, so I love that.
Yes, and also what I think, and you mentioned that every Bitcoiner, I interview Bitcoiners from a lot of countries,
Hmm.
different backgrounds, different
Yep.
religions,
Yep.
different lifestyles, but
Mhm.
we all
Yeah.
have the same vision on
Yeah.
things.
Yep.
It's interesting about
Yeah.
freedom, about money, and we all share the same vision, no matter our political background, our religious background.
Mhm.
We all come from different countries, from different regions, but in the core, we
Mhm.
think the same about everything, about most of the things of
Yeah.
this world. And another good thing that happens to me doing the podcast is that you learn a lot when you
Yes.
do a podcast.
That's true. That is true. I agree. I agree. Like I've learned so much from all of my guests. Honestly, like it's kind of crazy. Like even like every podcast and every time I listen to them over again, I'm like, oh, okay, that's a good point. Okay, interesting. Like because you don't really know what the person's going to say necessarily. Like because sometimes they just say something and you're like, oh, okay, that's a good point. Maybe I should look into that. And then you dive deeper into it, and then it opens a new rabbit hole. And I think it was the same thing with I think sometimes that's why I like to interview doctors who are Bitcoiners because they are like I don't know, man. They because the money rabbit hole is deep enough. But when you start diving into like the healthcare side, the just that rabbit hole, how fiat, I guess we can call it fiat food and fiat medicine, how that's affecting the the earth, I have that's affecting the population. That's also another deep rabbit hole that it's a scary one to think about, right? It's like, you think that 2% inflation is one of the greatest lie ever told, but Jesus, like when you look into healthcare, man, it's like wow, like my goodness, like it's like it almost feels like it, I don't know, man. It feels like we doctors and nurses we train to keep companies profitable and not actually heal people. Like we just like helping people get on medications. We're not focusing on their basic like health and like we don't focus on nutrition. We're not focused on natural things. We're like, oh, you have a problem? Here's a pill for it. Oh, you have a problem? Here's a pill. But like we don't have the time to actually, you know, I know some doctors are trying to now like take patients off of medication and go in the more natural ways, and I love that. But yeah, man, like it's a sad like when you see it, it's kind of sad to I wish I did not know as much as I know now. It just feels yeah, I don't know, man. It's just a sad reality that we live in now, man. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's something that I was going to ask you, because as a
Mm.
nurse, I don't know if
Yep.
you saw the website what WTF happened in 1971,
Yep.
and it shows how not only economical variables have decreased after 1971, that was
Mhm.
when Richard Nixon stopped the convertibility between gold and US dollar. The health things, the
Yeah.
health parameters, how have been destroyed. And as you said, uh, now like the medicine
Mhm.
seems that it's something that don't cure, is
Yeah.
like make the
Yeah.
companies profitable. And do you see this in your daily practice as a nurse?
Yeah, I mean, like like before Bitcoin, no, like it felt normal to me, right? Like you have hypertension, okay, here's a pill. You have high cholesterol, here's a pill. You have this, here's a pill. You have diabetes, here's a pill. But like, what happened to hey, you have hypertension? What are you eating? Like, are you exercising? Are you like we not like I feel like the problem with pills too is that okay, let's say somebody comes in and you've prescribed them a pill, and that pill now it comes with a bunch of side effects, right? And then now you have those side effects. Because you have those side effects, now you have to take another pill to help you with those side effects, and then you have to take another pill for the other side, and then those pills interact with each other, and then now you have a new problem, and we trying to solve. I feel like we've been trying to solve this problem with pills, and it's like no, that's not the right way to go. Our bodies were not meant to just take on chemicals and live long. Yeah, our life expectancy has increased since the 1900s. Yeah, sure. But it's mostly like it's clean, hand washing, clean water, clean air. Yeah, it's not because of medicine necessarily, right? Like it's like what happened to eating healthy, eating good protein, eating, like I mean, I'm a fan of low carb diet, high protein, low carb diet. I tried a carnivore diet. It's great. I feel like low fat. I mean, no, sorry, low carb, high protein diet, it works best for me personally. Um, but everybody's different, right? It's not gonna be a one tool fix all. But like, just the thing about medicine to me that I realized, like, I was never a pill person, and I don't think I'll ever take a pill again unless absolutely necessary. Like when I have headaches, I don't touch anything. I'm just like, hey man, I'll like I'm be okay. Like I don't. I mean, the last time I took some sort of pill was probably maybe 2 years ago. Like, I don't do like, yes, I work in healthcare, but I don't do drugs. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't take ibuprofen. I don't take Tylenol. I don't take none of that crap. It's just to me, it's not worth it. I try to do as natural as possible, and even for food too. It's like the um, it's like when I'm grocery shopping, like if I'm buying something, if it comes in a box, I'm reading the ingredients list. If it looks like a paragraph, I'm putting that thing right back. If you cannot pronounce the thing in the back in the ingredient list, just put it back. It just some of the things that these people are like putting out there to sell, it's just straight sludge nastiness, and it's like, yeah, it tastes good, but like what that's gonna do to you in 20 years, So yeah, I mean, oh man, we have to change so much, man. Health, nutrition, there's so much that needs to change. And yeah, I'm a fan of going all natural. Eat your eggs, steak, eat, fruits. Just be natural. If it comes from a lab, from an industry, just put that thing back, man. If it's in a box, read the label. I don't like to do artificial stuff. Yeah. No.
Yes, I follow a doctor on Instagram, a Mexican doctor that he's focused in fasting and all these
Mm,
things.
yep.
And he says that if the food that you are eating, you can find it in nature,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yes.
If the
Yes.
food that you are eating you cannot find in nature,
Yeah.
so don't eat
Yeah,
it.
I
It's
agree. I
processed.
agree.
So,
Yeah,
but
I
yes,
agree.
I think that all of these things came with the destruction of money.
Yes.
And before becoming a Bitcoiner, you were aware of this, or these things become aware when you become a Bitcoiner and when you went into the rabbit hole?
That definitely I would say after. I think even before Bitcoin, I I don't think I was aware of it as much as I am now. Like I think I mean, I knew some of these things were terrible. Like I used to see, oh, this thing contained this ingredient. I'm like, ooh, what is this? But like, I think it was after I read the book Fiat Food. Actually, that is also another great book to read. To be honest, the I think that was like when I was like, okay, wow, this is absolutely insane. Like it's like I started reading labels more after that because even like even some of the products out there, they say, oh yeah, if the FDA approved or whatever, and it's like, oh, heart healthy. Nah, bro, that's it's they're not heart they if you really look at the label, there's no heart healthy. Like I don't know what, like how are some of these people not in prison? I don't understand how it's like, how can you put this on a label and trick people into eating these like I don't get it. I don't get it. I I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
plus
know.
the FDA approves what the money they put
Yeah, yeah.
money to get approved. Probably the people from because the fiat world, what it did is that all the research, all the universities, all the doctor are backed by
Yes,
these
yes.
grants. So
Yep,
the people who are, I don't know if you saw the movie The Big Short. The people on the rating agencies for the bonds, for the debt, they don't give a crap what you are. They give a crap. They approve the
yep,
bonds that pay them.
Yeah.
So the same happened with the companies. The big pharmaceutical, they back university, they give
Yeah.
scholarships. So
Yeah.
the doctors that they are slaves
Yeah.
of these corporations. So
Yeah.
they have to either use it, or if they work for the FDA, approve it. And that's why we are in a big crisis. And some things that seem not to be connected, the money with the
Mhm.
health, the
Mhm.
money with everything is connected. And as Larry Lepard said, fix the money, fix the work. And
Yep.
we have this opportunity. And you mentioned that if bitcoins, if we are wrong, if we are right,
Mhm.
in 20 years we are going to create generational wealth
Yep.
with not so much money.
Yeah.
But if we are wrong and Bitcoin fails,
Yeah.
the world is going to fail,
Yeah.
because this system is not going to be sustainable anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. I don't see like, I mean, let's say, I don't know. I mean, maybe we can, maybe there will be, I don't know if Bitcoin fails, maybe there will be another better, we will be able to find another thing that is decentralized and keep it secure so that we can preserve our time and energy. But like, yeah, I don't see, the thing about it is it's like fiat is not the solution, right? Like fiat causes so much problem that it just creates so much, like, just think about it like this, right? Just stress alone causes so many different, like, health problems, right? Like from fiat, like, imagine stress is also linked to mental health problems, cardiovascular problems, endocrine problems, digestive problems. And imagine like most people that are like um working their 9 to 5s, right? And they are somebody that just goes into a job, just graduated college, got a crap ton of student loans. You know, they get the girlfriend, they trying to have a wedding, they're trying to buy a house, they're trying to buy a car, and then it's like they want to buy a ring, and then they have to work more, and because they have to work more, they don't have time to eat healthy, and because they don't have time to eat healthy, they have to eat crappy fast food, and then that then causes a bunch of health problems, and then it's all like a domino effect that causes so much stress just because they couldn't keep up with their basic needs, because they couldn't keep up with inflation. And unfortunately, we are being lied that, oh, the CPI is 2%, and if you're getting a 3% raise, you should be doing okay. But it's like, dude, like, we are fighting an enemy that we cannot see, right? It's like inflation, because it's digital, right? Because it's like, we can't really see the money being debased necessarily. Like the way, like, I was thinking about it, how back in like the old age, right? The Roman Empire, or like, you could weigh, when they used to use gold as money, right? You could weigh those metals to see if you actually had the proper metal, right? Like if it weighs less, you're like, oh, okay, these are diluted metals, right? You can weigh them. But now you can't weigh paper money, right? How do you know that it's most people don't understand that the money, you can't weigh it. It's like, since if you could weigh the money, that piece of paper would weigh absolutely nothing. It lost over 98% of its weight already, but you cannot see it. You just see it in prices going up. But most people see prices going up as, oh, inflation is a good thing for the economy. So prices going up means, I just need to work harder to afford it, right? They don't see it as a problem. They see it as, it's not the government's problem. It's me. It's my problem. I need to work harder. That they're blaming themselves, like, oh, I need to work an extra shift. This is why I'm the problem here. But it's like, no, you're not the problem. The system is the problem. Like, this is not sustainable, right? So I think it's a lack of financial education, and it's by design, right? It's like, it's like, you remember, I don't know if you know what Henry Ford said, if the people knew how our economic system operates, there would be a revolution before tomorrow morning. I agree. I mean, like, if people actually understood this thing, I mean, God, I mean, phew, I would not want to be here for that. It would be scary. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah, people don't understand that.
Hmm.
Imagine that my mom just
Hmm.
realized that United States has debt just 1 month ago. because I was talking with her and I
Damn.
said, yeah, because of the United States debt. And my
Yeah.
mom says, United States has debt? You
Wow.
see,
That's
it's
crazy. Yeah.
the biggest debt in the world.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
show her
Yeah.
the website that has the debt clock,
Yeah.
and she
Yep.
couldn't believe, because she thought that Argentina has debt only. And also, yes, the money debasement. I think that the people from the first world countries, they
Hmm.
just realized that after the
Yep.
COVID, because during the
Yes.
COVID, the
Hmm.
governments print so much money at so fast pace
Hmm.
that now inflation is impossible to put under
Right.
the
Right.
rug.
Yeah. I
So
agree. Yeah. Yeah.
that's the thing,
Yeah.
under the carpet. Because in our country, in
Hmm.
Argentina, we
Yep.
have such big inflation that you notice the inflation.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
from one week now, no, but from a couple of years ago, from one week to the other, something can increase the value 25%. Imagine you go to buy uh, probably 1 liter of milk, and today is $1, and next week is 125. You are going to
Wow.
notice that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if the increase is small, for example, you
Hmm.
go this month, $1. Next month is $1.01.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna say not gonna notice. But talking about what we were talking about in the beginning, that is the compound effect.
Hmm.
In a few years, you
Yeah.
will realize that the milk that you were paying $1, you end up paying 150. You end
Yeah.
up paying two,
Yeah. Yeah.
and your income
Yeah.
has not increased at the same pace.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's how do I phrase this? There's something I remember. I don't remember who said it, but it's like if you are in a room and it's like a 60-degree room and you increase the temperature by 2 degree every single year. If the room is 6 degrees, after 20 years, that room's gonna be hot. You increase that 2% a year. Yeah, the first year it's okay, it's 62 degrees. The second year 64. And you continue. After 20 years, you are gonna feel hot, and that's the same thing about inflation. Okay, let's say it's 2% per year, but after a couple, 2% a year continuously. But okay, let ignore the 2% a year. Let's say minimum 7% a year, right? Like I think that's a minimum of 7% a year. Over time, 7% a year continuously. I mean, no wonder why the world is so messed up. We have so many people with you know depressed, drug addicts. There's so many problems in the world now. It's like, you know, we blaming we're blaming, like, oh, the Democrats are blaming the Republicans, we're blaming, oh, this is this person, is this person. No, 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 no. The real enemy here is it's the money that's messed up. Like, we need to fix the money. You fix the money. I personally think that if we fix the money, I think over 75% of the world's problem are gonna go away. Like, we can fix so many things if we fix the money. Honestly, like that's my personal view on this, right? Because it's like we will be able to take off so many stresses off of people. I think we will just be able to make the world a better place overall. Just fix the money. Start by fixing the money. I don't care about all these little, oh, we no no no. We have so many distractions, blaming other people. No no no. There's only one thing that we need to blame, and it's the money printer. We need to get rid of the money printer. We don't need a money printer. We've tried this thing so it's like the definition of insanity, doing the same crap over and over and over again, expecting a different result. And now they're gonna try to introduce CBDCs, which is basically the same crap over and over and again. It's like, dude, like, I'm good, man. Keep your CBDCs, bro. I don't need that crap. Like, I'm good. Like, we've seen it happen. We've seen what happens when we leave money in control of somebody. I don't want that crap. Like, like, it's time to try something different. And I think right now I think it's time to try Bitcoin, right? Like, we have no choice. Like, I don't want somebody control my money. I'm good, So
And why do you think? Because of course I see clear, the same as you see, and many people see it clear, and not only people of our income level,
mhm.
also millionaires, people that are CEOs of companies. And why do you think that the governments don't see it, or
Oh,
they don't want to see it?
I think they. Ooh, that's a tough one. I think they know. I think they see it, but like Lin didn't state, nothing stopped this train. It's like I think they see it, but the reality is, it's how do you stop this, right? Like it's like going into withdrawal, and the money printer is like they don't want to go into withdrawal and take away the money printer, because that will cause that will cause way too much pain, right? Like if you take away the money printer, like I mean we're talking, I mean 1933 crashes, like you were talking like Great Depression, like stock market crashes. I mean, unemployment. Like we can't just. I feel like yes, we want to change the world, but we have to find a nice, easy way to do it. And America's trying to do so I used to work I work at the detox place, working with patient with drug problems, and helping them with their withdrawal problems, right? And I see the Federal Reserve as like a drug addict, and to money printing, right? Any company or any institution that come in contact with money printing, they immediately become an addict, right? They need to keep using. It's like, oh my God, give me that money, right? And it's like, okay, like so what happens when you start using that, right? Over time you build a tolerance, right? Like what happened in COVID, we printed what, 6 or 7 trillion. I don't remember the exact numbers, but like the next time that we need to bail out the economy or whatever, the next big print, like Larry Lepard said, the next one is not just going to be 6 or 7 trillion. It's going. I personally think it's going to be a lot more, because just like medications, over time you get used to the dose. You need a higher dose just to get that same high. And I think we are going to print a lot more money for the next bailout, because a small little $5 trillion is not going to give us the same result. So we're going to need to print a lot more than that just to get the same result. So I think just like at my job, we used to use, let's say somebody comes in with alcohol withdrawals, we used to give them Valium, trying to help them detox safely. And or if you come in with opiates problem, we give you um uh um any, like we use drugs to to um to help you withdraw safety. I think I think America's trying to do it with stable coins to kind of like help ease off that pain. I mean, I'm no expert into it. I just hope that they can do it slowly and safely, so that people around me don't feel too much pain. But eventually they are gonna have to. It's something that they need to. You can't stay on the fiat system forever. Like it's just, you need to withdraw from that drug. Like it's just, I think it has to go, right? So
I think that this is not possible without pain, because
mm,
the addiction became so
mm,
inside
mm-hmm,
that
mm-hmm,
we cannot stop it without pain.
yeah,
So
yeah,
the problem is that this is why I think the governments, many governments, they don't understand,
right,
but other governments, yes, they understand, but
mm-hmm,
if they apply,
yeah,
there will come a lot of suffering for the
yeah,
people. There will be a lot of suffering, and probably the effects will be seen in half a decade,
yep,
1 decade, the
yep,
recovery,
yep,
and they are not going to be on power. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
think that this is another problem, the government problem.
yeah.
That's
They don't want to
why.
deal with it.
So
They don't want to deal with that problem, right? It's just,
I,
yeah,
I think that they are passing the bomb,
yeah,
and
yeah,
to someone who explode.
yeah,
So that's
yeah,
why they are printing money. And
yeah,
of course, next time, the next big print, they will
yeah.
need to print a lot,
Oh yeah,
really a
I
lot.
know. Yeah, I mean, it's like save yourself while you can, like educate yourself while you can, like right. It's like we're not trying to give financial advice here and be like, oh yeah, just buy Bitcoin. No, like study it. Like it's not like, yeah, there are so many resources out there. Just study it. Spend some time and read a book. Like I'm not telling anybody to trust me, right? I'm just telling you, hey, this is what I read and this is what I learned. Go learn it too, right? I'm not trying to lead anybody down the wrong path. I'm like, hey, go do your research, man. Like I want people to learn. I'm not telling people to trust me. Oh, I know everything. I don't know everything. I don't know anything. Like, go read. I read and I learned, and now I'm doing better for myself. Go do your own research so you can see what I see, right? So yeah, I mean, yeah, save yourself while you can, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we preach here. We are not saying people buy Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
Yeah.
buy, don't buy, or if you want to buy, but first study.
Yeah.
There are a lot of resources out there.
Mm-hmm.
When I discovered Bitcoin for first time, that was 2011.
Mm-hmm.
There was not so much information.
Yeah. True.
Otherwise,
True.
I would be a whale now. I would be millionaire. I would
Yeah.
have bought a lot of Bitcoin at 100 US dollars or
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
But yes, I think that the message that we can give to the people is that, and it's not, this is not financial advice, but money is broken. You can
Mm-hmm.
see it. You don't have to
Mm-hmm.
be an expert. You
Yep.
can see it everywhere. And we need to find a solution.
Mm-hmm.
And by reading all the information we read and studying, for us, the
Yeah.
solution is Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So better, you can go, give a try, study. And if you think that the solution is Bitcoin,
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
stacking
Yeah.
and let's
Yeah.
see.
Oh yeah,
That's
and
the
it's
point.
like, yeah, and it's also the other thing too is most people they don't want to understand. They don't see Bitcoin the way we see it because they do not understand the problem at all, right? Most people don't know anything about money. Like, I mean, if I was to walk down the street and ask people, hey, what is money, or what are the characteristics of money? Nobody would know any of this, like most people don't know what happened in 1913. Most people don't know what happened in 1971. Most people don't know what inflation is. They don't even know the real rate of inflation. They don't know what causes inflation. Most people don't know anything. But then the same people will be like, oh yeah, Bitcoin's a scam. The government's gonna bend it. It's like, dude, you don't know anything about money. Like, and you're talking about Bitcoin, bro. Like, it's like, just go learn about it first before you give your opinion. Like, it's just learn about money. Just learn what most people just need to understand the problem first. And I think you've seen the video by Joe Bryan. What's the problem? Joe Bryan. Yeah. I think I really like that video because he he spends so much time explaining clearly what the problem is, how just having the just switching the money
He
affects everything. Yeah, it's amazing, man.
is amazing. I don't know if I think it's the same, but I saw the speech in
Hmm.
Lugano conference,
Hmm.
and it's amazing the
Yeah,
way
yeah,
that he points the problems and the root of the problem and the solution.
yep,
It's amazing, and
yeah,
I agree with you. The problem of the people, they don't understand Bitcoin, or because they don't understand the problem,
yeah,
so
yeah,
they
yeah,
don't even see that there
yeah,
is a problem out there.
yeah. I agree. I agree. They don't. It's like they're comfortable being uncomfortable for now, right? It's just like they don't feel the pain hard enough, right? Like, like you said, like, if you were in other country where your inflation rate was, prices were doubling faster and faster, maybe they would see it. But in first world countries, because we don't see it, we don't see the increase that fast. It's like nobody really cares, right? It's just, yeah, we it's so hard to see, really. So yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
Yes, and in the meantime, the world is being destroyed.
Yeah, yeah.
But again, for first time, we have hope, and I was talking about that on a video that I recorded for my channel in Spanish. That
Hmm.
Bitcoin, if Bitcoin fails,
Yeah,
humanity is not going to survive for
yeah.
more than 150 or 200 years.
Damn.
That's the
Oof.
point. That's
Yeah,
the point.
yeah. Oof. That's
So I think
that's
that,
deep to think about.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. And again, it's like that's what I said, when people, or my mom, or people that don't understand about Bitcoin, talk to me about, oh, about the money, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I say,
Uh-huh.
I'm not here for the money. We are
Hmm.
here for, because again, if
Yeah.
Bitcoin fails, that
Hmm.
is not gonna fail. But if Bitcoin
Yeah.
fails, if
Yep.
this 1% chance
Yep.
happen and Bitcoin fails, the
Hmm.
humanity fails.
Yeah.
If Bitcoin wins, we are going to have a new renaissance for
Yeah.
humanity.
Yeah.
We are going to travel through the stars. We
Yeah.
are going to be uh, working in our full capacity. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm here talking about Bitcoin. And that's why I want to orange peel more and more people and
Yeah.
talk about Bitcoin. So,
Yeah.
and now that we are talking about the solution and we know the solution, I want to ask you, how do you see the future? How do you see Bitcoin future, especially now that you become a father?
Yeah, I think Bitcoin's future. Oh man, I think Bitcoin definitely lowered my time preference for sure. And I think becoming a father even I feel like I don't even know how to even say that. It just lowered my time preference even more because I used to think about, I'm stacking for myself. Now I'm just thinking like I used to think of Bitcoin like, oh, not short term, but 10, 20 years ahead. Now I'm just thinking, I'm not even stacking for myself. Like I was saying before, I'm not stacking for myself anymore. Now I'm just focusing, okay, I'm stacking for my child now because if I don't, he's screwed, right? Like there will be, I mean, he will have nothing and be happy. Like these people will be saying. And I think the future of Bitcoin, like if this thing succeeds, if this thing becomes what it's supposed to be, I think like we were talking about, I think it's gonna be great for humanity. I think we are gonna be it's gonna feel like a fiction movie. We will do things that we could never imagine because when you think about it, um it, there are a lot of kids that they have to they they have to work and help support their family because their families cannot support themselves, right? So they're let's say for example you won't have to have the next LeBron James or the next Lionel Messi or the next Cristiano Ronaldo stuck behind a counter working at McDonald's or Starbucks because their family needs them to work, right? They will be able to, those kids are going to be able to become the best self and fully develop into the full potential because now their family will be able to support themselves, right? The kids are, because so I coached soccer last summer and I remember seeing a few kids, they couldn't participate because they had to work. And I'm not saying kids shouldn't work, right? I want kids to work, right? You should work and make your own money, but they had to work because their families couldn't afford them not to work, right? It's a different thing, right? When you can, let's say a kid, like I had a kid that was extremely good in soccer, but unfortunately he couldn't participate. Like this kid could actually, he was good, but he couldn't do it. He's like, man, yeah, I gotta go to work. And I think that when on a Bitcoin standard, when the natural state of the free market becomes deflationary and people's life are becoming better and parents can actually save their money and know that the value of their hard-earned money is not going to be debased, they can afford to send their kids out to become their best self. I think those kids, we are gonna grow a future so bright. Like I'm looking forward to it, man. Like I want to see, my child. Like I'm not even gonna tell I want my child to do whatever he's best at. I want him to become his best self. I want him to just be, hey man, you know what? If you're a good singer, man, go ahead and become the best singer that you can be. If you are a good tennis player, go ahead and become the best tennis player you can be. Whatever you want to do, just become the best at it, right? Focus on yourself. Like I don't need you to help me retire. I'm all set and I want you to become your best self, right? I think if we can help the younger generation become the best self, I think humanity is gonna have I don't know, man. I think you know how like a lot of people are not having kids because they're like, I don't know if I can afford it and all that. It's like now with Bitcoin, it's like no, nah, I want 10 kids, man. Like I see like the future. I see a brighter future now that we have a solution to all our problems, right? Like I'm like, yo, like this is amazing. This is what life should be about. That we should not be depressed, not able to afford things. Like now, I don't even care about the price of Bitcoin. I'm just like, hey, all I have to do is provide value to society, spend less than I earn, and save the rest in Bitcoin. That's it. That's it. That life is that simple, right? And I think once people realize that, dude, like the future is bright, man. I mean, I'm excited for the future.
This is super, yeah, as you said, this is super simple, but fiat complicates everything. And
Yeah.
the last question that I will ask, that is the same that I ask to everyone, is if you had the chance to sit down with Satoshi Nakamoto, and what would you ask or say to him, to her, or to them?
Yeah. Oh yeah. All of that's let me see. I think let me see. Oh yeah, actually, the thing that I think I would want to ask is what the heck are you working on right now? Because think about it, right? Like, I mean, if him, her, or them are still alive, right? Because you remember that saying when it says, "Oh, I've moved on to better things now." I don't remember the exact quote from the post. I've moved on to better things, and I'm like, okay, what could potentially be better than Bitcoin? What are you working on? If you're still alive, what are you working on? Because everybody that comes into Bitcoin, right? We see the potential of this thing, and we become podcasters, or we start making videos trying to educate more people. Meanwhile, Satoshi just moved on. Like, dude, what are you doing? Yo, this is the greatest thing. This is, to me, Bitcoin is like the greatest invention, one of the greatest invention ever created. Period. Right? Like, just this thing solves the problem of 8 billion people. Like, this is crazy. Like, what are you working on? What else? What else could be more important than this, right? So, I think I think that would be my question for him, her, them, wherever they are, if they're still alive. I mean, I don't know if they are, but hey, I would love to know, man. Yeah,
Excellent,
yeah,
excellent question. So,
yeah.
Ralph,
Yep.
anything else you want to ask, and how people can contact you?
Yeah, no, nothing, man. Just stack sats and yeah, enjoy your life. Don't focus so much on money. Just focus on, have a nice balance between stacking and enjoying your time on this planet. And yeah, people can find me on YouTube at Nurse Hodl or Bitcoin ICU, or on X, same thing. And yeah, man, that's it. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate that. I don't often. I'm not a guest on many podcasts. I'm not really like a speaker. I'm more of I like being on the other side where I ask questions. So I appreciate you having me on, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm on the
Yeah.
opposite, so I
Yeah.
love to speak a lot,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but the podcast forced me to listen to people and
Yeah.
ask questions. That
Yeah.
is a new skill that I developed
Yep.
through this time. So,
Yeah.
Ralph, again, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations for your kids.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations for IT qualifying to the World Cup.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
see if we play against
Yeah.
each other in the group stage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That would
But
be fun.
anyways,
Yeah. That would be
that
fun.
will be funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, Ralph, again, thank you very much for your time, and have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And thank you very much to everyone who is on the other side. If you like the episode, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, follow us in social media. We don't ask for money, we don't ask for Bitcoin. We only ask you to do something that is free, that is subscribe, comment the episode, share the episode, give us a like, because with this you help us a lot in our task, in our quest of painting the planet of orange. As I always said, share this episode with the people you love, share this episode with the people you hate, because we must reach 8 billion people and give them the orange pill. See you in the next episode of our podcast. Stay humble, stack sats, and remember, we are all Satoshi.
Love it. Love it.
And that's all for today. If you like the episode, please give us a like, subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media. Our X account is the Bitcoin _. Our YouTube channel is the Libertarian BTC. Our YouTube channel in Spanish is Libertarian BTC ESP. Our Patreon, the Bitcoin Libertarian. Our Instagram, the Bitcoin Libertarian. That's all. You can go there and follow us in all our social media.